Heartland Show, and we have 2 more guests, and we're going to have our friend Michael McCarty coming up, and he was a student in the old days back at St. Ignatius High School, and he was also a member of the Black Panther Party, and he is a professional storyteller who comes to Chicago, his hometown, on a regular basis from the West Coast, and he sits right in this very place.
Do you know that we have now 3 guests from California in a row? What's up with that?
Well, it's a big state. It's like another country. And I used to live in California.
I know,
Michael.
Michael.
My first presidential vote for Lyndon Johnson, I confess, against Goldwater, was cast in California.
Been a baby.
Hallelujah. Okay, good morning to you, Michael.
Top of the morning, Governor and lady.
And I see you have your Kathleen Cleaver shirt on.
Right on.
And she's actually been on this stage, too.
Yeah.
So what brings you back to town?
Well, I'm always here this time of year, come here and bother you all, see my daughter, my brother, my sister, a few hundred crazy friends, celebrate my birthday.
Ow.
We like it when you bring all your crazy friends
Happy
here.
birthday, Michael McCarty. Woohoo! Whose card reads, "Have mouth, will run it."
Sure enough.
One of my favorite business cards
what
ever.
we wanted to ask you today about, as a young guy who was born probably after the March on Washington.
I wish.
You were. Well, you.
No, you don't.
Well, tell us how much you were aware of it as a kid, and what, growing up as an African-American guy in Chicago who was prone to get involved with the Black Panther Party, what that march meant to you then growing up, when you got disillusioned, when it came back, and where you think we're at today. How's that?
Okay, that's a mouthful. I can handle it. No problem.
You got a big mouth, so roll it,
Right.
baby.
We'll run it. So 1963, I was always exposed to what was going on because my mother was an avid reader, and we got 4 daily newspapers at one point. So I was aware of the things that were going on. But on a personal level, the thing that got my attention around the time of the March on Washington was, I remember I grew up on the west side around Pulaski and Roosevelt, and I remember riding over towards Cicero as a kid and having an encounter where me and my friend, we stopped to put some air in our bicycle tires, and we got holes. But the thing that really got me, I was in the Boy Scouts, and we were trying to get our cycling merit badge, and we rode up to 150-something in Pulaski. And on our way back to around 13th and Pulaski, somewhere in the mid-range, there was a Little League game going on. And we were stopping one by one to get water at this fountain. I was the last one. And I was trying to guzzle all the water in the world. I became aware of my friends yelling and pointing. And this Little League game had stopped. All the parents, all the kids had grabbed bats and balls and bricks, and they're running after me. And I still have the image of this white woman who was about 5 feet tall with glasses calling me everything but
a human being.
Yes. And the thing that really gets me, so I rode my butt off, we got away.
Thank God.
And we thought nothing of it.
Slick.
Because that was the way things were. I don't even know if I told my parents about it.
Yeah.
Because that was the way things were. So events like that, personal experiences like that, were the things that got me involved. First with the NAACP, the youth wing of the NAACP here in Chicago, and various youth organizations leading walkouts in high schools and what have you, where I eventually got kicked out of Ignatius for leading a walkout, and then joining the Black Panther Party.
Where did you finish high school?
When?
Where?
GED.
GED. Got it.
But you did get some kind of a recognition from St. Ignatius.
Out.
Yeah, this is good.
39 years later, St. Ignatius gave me and my buddy Gary Tyler our high school diplomas and apologized. Okay?
They kicked him out for his civil rights activities.
Yes, we got letters of commendation from 2 members of the U.S. Congress, Jesse Jackson Jr. and Bobby Rush, and the mayor of Chicago for having stood up for what we believed in.
Which mayor?
Your friend Richard Daley, Jr.
Oh, yeah. He was in this room, too.
Ah, yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I remember we had you on right when you came home to receive that award, I'm
a gadget.
What gives you, are you optimistic? Are you pessimistic? Where are you at going forward?
I'm always optimistic.
I know.
Now, even in the face of nonsense, because there's always been nonsense, The thing about, like, we were talking about this whole concept of where are we now, where are we going, what have we accomplished? The thing to always keep in mind that this is a protracted struggle. It ain't gonna stop. We'll be as long as there's people, there'll be people nonsense, and there'll have to be people to fight the people nonsense, and we're gonna be those people who fight the people nonsense.
How many fighters we got in this room?
Amen.
Here? Yeah, all right.
Oh yeah.
That should sound good to the radio listeners.
Well,
Yeah.
Michael, you know, you got grabbed. You came in to eat yesterday, and every time we see you, we say, hey, come on the radio, come on the radio. We do have a full show, so we're not going to do too long today. People can find more discussions, conversations with you if they go to youtube.com/heartlandmedia.
Yes, and
do you have a short story you want to tell us?
Well, I got two things really short I want to tell you. One, Susan O'Halloran is having her Just Stories online storytelling festival, and I'm on that.
And she's in good shape because I saw her at the Y day before yesterday.
Oh, she bad.
Susan and I were doing our version. When you were in Ignatius, we were in Southside YCS, being
Yes.
the white girls that went across the line.
Opened the door.
Yeah. Anyway.
Raised in Scunion. And this is a story, I often tell this story on this program, and I'm going to tell it again, just because this is an audience that will relate to
He's
it.
been practicing over the years.
There's this story that typifies Dennis's attitude and your or my attitude. It's a story from African American folklore called High John. They used to say of High John, he wouldn't pick cotton, he wouldn't bale hay. He wouldn't take a beating, but he wouldn't run away. Because John was a trickster, he was usually tricking old Massa. Every year at Christmas time, he had a task to prepare the Christmas turkey for old Massa and his family. But you can be sure old Massa and his family be eating possum, because most of that turkey end up in John's belly. So Massa decided he was going to get it back. So the day before Christmas, he said, John, yes, sir, Massa, you going to fix that Christmas turkey? Yes, sir, Massa. Oh, yeah, I'm going to fix that turkey. We're doing something different this year, John. Whatever you do to that turkey, we going to do to you. Uh-oh, he thought. If I pluck that turkey's feathers, it skin me alive. I chop off that turkey's head, ultimate haircut. But John was quick of wit, came up with a plan. Christmas Day, old Master and his family, they all sitting out on the porch. They all in on this joke on John. Here comes John down the road with that turkey, feathers and head intact. Master said, John, yes, sir, Master, remember what I told you? Yes, sir, Master, let's see if I got this here right. Whatever I do to this her turkey, y'all, all y'all gonna do to me? That's right, John, what you go to Master, I'm gonna show you. He picked that turkey up, set it on the porch, raised that turkey's feathers and kissed it smack dab in the butt. John turned to old Master and his family, flipped up his coattails, he got dressed up and says, y'all take your time now, I ain't going nowhere. And that's the end of that.
Let's have a big round of applause for Michael McCarty, and we're going to take a very short musical break. Be right back with Clem Balinoff.
Oh yeah,
We never told that story on this show before. That was good. Clem, let's go.